Hi, I'm Richard Cleveland from Earth School. I'm standing in front of a patch of what I consider to be one of our best cordage or rope plants that we have here in North America. This is a great patch of dogbane. Dogbane is fairly common, though it likes to grow around water. You notice there's a pond behind me, and it's a little bit of a distance away from it. But you'll find it in drainage ditches on the sides of the road, and where you find it, you find a lot of it. But you usually don't see it everywhere. There's enough rope here for me to run classes for probably 5 years and have that rope make things like good bow strings, not just for bow and drill, but also for a bow and arrow. Growing in the middle of this are a few milkweed plants, and there's some milkweed growing down back by the pond as well. Now, most people would not confuse these two. You notice the dogbane is real red this time of year. These are dead stalks from last fall. And the milkweed is very gray. And the size of the pods on milkweed are huge, whereas the size of the pods on the dogbane are very narrow. Interestingly, in the very early spring, when these plants are growing side by side, when they're about this tall, unless you know what you're looking for, you can confuse them. And why is that important? Since they're both cordage plants or rope plants, and that's because the milkweed is a wild edible and the dogbane is toxic. So understanding those differences is really important. Dogbane grows by sideways runners mostly, so this patch will continually get larger and larger and larger. And once again, all of these stalks here are all stalks from last fall. They're dead. Now this is in the very early spring or late winter, and these stalks are still good. That's another great thing about dogbane, is you can find it the next spring, and even though it's been snowed on and rained on and maybe some freezing rain, it's still good. I know you can't see this, but as I'm looking through here, I'm seeing all of these praying mantis egg casings as well. Maybe we'll get a close-up picture of that in the video and a little bit of underlying text on there. So, what do we do with this? Well, for now, we're going to collect this because the farmer is going to actually move some livestock in here, and I want to make sure I get my hands on this. I have permission to collect all this, and this will store just about indefinitely as long as I keep it dry. But after we collect, we're going to do another segment, and I'm going to show you how to get the inner bark or the fibers off of this, which, interestingly, is not the dark red outer bark. This is the outer bark. The inner bark is much lighter. So I'm going to show you how to remove those fibers. This is a pretty good size hank of fibers from a single stalk. Okay? And when we buff these up and we're ready to make a rope, we're going to turn those fibers into these fibers. Now this, of course, I can add on to indefinitely, as I'll explain in further video. So once again, I'm going to show you how to take this plant, extract the fibers, like here, and your finished product is going to be a nice piece of rope, any thickness you want, or any length you want, splicing and all that, into a beautiful rope that you can't break. Dogbane is great stuff. So we'll see in a little while. Right now, we've got to get to collecting.